Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making beef and bean burritos with plenty of cheese and sour cream and all that goodness. Please do tap the notifications bell, like and subscribe to the video to see more content. And without further dilly-dallying or however you'd call it, let's get started. As you can see, I've clumsily chopped some red bell peppers. I'll write the amount of ingredients in the description. I am halving the recipe because it's just for myself today, but I will write the full amount in the description. Along with the red pepper, I'm also going to finely dice some brown onions. I'm also going to cut up a shallot or a red onion really finely. I want to make my own pico de gallo, which is going to be really nice and fresh to go with the burrito. So the onions have been chopped, the tears have been shed, and that's just going to go in a separate bowl. And now we're going to dice some fresh tomatoes. I have some nice fresh tomatoes here. Do make sure they're firm. These are also going to get chopped up for the pico de gallo. I've diced my tomatoes. I did scoop out the soft watery core because I don't want my pico de gallo to get watery, but don't throw it away. I'm going to add it to the beef later. Next, I'm just chopping up some nice fresh coriander or cilantro, if that's what you call it, including the stems. They have so much flavour in them. Don't waste them. I'm going to transfer a little bit of the coriander to the pico de gallo. The rest will go in with the beef. I'm also going to add some chopped jalapeno. I forgot to buy fresh jalapeno, so I'm just using the next best alternative. I'm just wearing a glove because my fingers do start to sting. I've got quite sensitive skin. I didn't include the seeds. I'm just going to add the chopped jalapeno to the pico de gallo. You can add however much you want according to your taste. I'm going to add some lime as well. They smell amazing. You could use lemon, it's up to you. And next, a little sprinkle of salt and pepper, again to your taste. Because tomatoes tend to be quite watery, you might want to remove any liquid that might accumulate later. And just mix it up. Apparently I need to wash some dishes, so I'm just using a tiny little teaspoon. And you've got some nice fresh pico de gallo. Now we're going to fry the onions on a medium-high heat with a little bit of olive oil for maybe about 5 minutes. We're also going to crush a couple of cloves of garlic and let that fry for an additional minute with the onions. So the onions have softened and browned a little. Now I'm just going to add the minced beef. I don't like to get my meat ground too finely. I like quite big pieces and just let it brown. I'm mixing the meat quite frequently. I don't want them to stay in giant chunks. So the beef has been browning for a few minutes. Don't get rid of any of the meat juices. I will hunt you down. Seriously, it tastes good. And add your cumin now. A little bit of smoked paprika. Chili to your taste. Pepper, again to taste. I'm not going to be adding my salt now because I will be adding vegetable stock. So I'm going to add the salt right at the end. And mix in all those spices and give it a moment to cook until it's nice and fragrant. Now that the spices have cooked off, it's nice and fragrant, I'm going to add some chopped tomatoes, vegetable stock, the peppers, and the rest of the fresh tomatoes. Mix it all in and let it come to a boil. When it's at a boil, reduce the heat right down to low and let it cook for maybe about 10 minutes uncovered until the sauce has really thickened and it's all nicely incorporated. I almost forgot a little bit of tomato paste. Stir it frequently so that nothing burns on the bottom. I just tasted it for seasoning and decided how much salt I'm going to add and give it another mix. You can see now that it's dried up a little bit. I still want it to cook just slightly more. I don't want it totally dry, but I don't want it to make my tortillas really soggy. I've decided the sauce is thick enough. I also added a little extra black pepper and some garlic powder. Again, always taste your food and add it to your taste. Now I've just added some rinsed and drained black beans from a can and mix that in, let it heat through for a few minutes. Finally, I'm just adding the chopped coriander and then you're going to just mix that in. And these will be ready to put into your tortillas and serve. Now we're going to start assembling, so I'm just going to start with some shredded lettuce, some of the beef, some nice sharp cheese. You can add as much as you like. I really like cheese, so I'm going to go quite heavy with it. You could add refried beans, corn, Mexican rice to yours. Some dollops of sour cream. I don't like mine to just be sitting in the centre. I want to taste it throughout. And finally, the pico de gallo. Just sprinkle it all on there, as much as you like. This is a really loaded burrito today. I'm hungry. Finally, just grill each side of the burrito and you'll be ready to eat. And that's all, a monster beef and bean burrito made really easy. If you enjoy the content, please do leave a like, subscribe, tap the notification bell and comment any further suggestions. Thank you for watching, bye!